So this guy comes up on the radar and I was like, you know what? I'm just curious on this body language. And as I was watching, I was like, this is actually really interesting, especially if you're curious about the human behavior, personality, and all that stuff. So a little bit about this guy, since I've had to go down this rabbit hole, and I'm going to make you go down this rabbit hole, because learning about body language is what we like to do on this channel. Loves to sit there and pretty much just go after celebrities. Not in the sense of heinousness all the time, but there's a little bit of that in it because it gets him attention. He's attention driven, and we'll go over that as we watch him, about the attention driven part of his personality. Sometime, I believe it was March, I'm pretty sure it was March, he decided after a hospital stay of stomach that ulcer and then sepsis that he found God. He went completely Christian, which was why this is becoming interesting. And then we get to not too long ago, what has it been? A week now, that he decided to self-mutilate himself to the point where he needed to go to the hospital for some serious help. I did not watch that video. I don't care if you've got it. I don't want to look at it. But considering the personality, I kind of already know what I was going to see. And now I will give you one right before the incident, before he decided to carve himself up like he was a turkey. And obviously in that one, we're looking for sign. Like, what the heck? So this particular one here that we're going to watch, he does celebrities. We don't really care about the story that he's talking about. We're watching him.
We've been waiting for this one. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and still your number one source for everything. It ends with us, saga.
All right, so before all the drama began, we've got a lot of believe me look. This is a lot of performance. He's going big and loud and blah, blah, blah. And I don't care what you say. Gaydar, and I don't even have gaydar, but it's screaming off the chart that even a fool like me can sit there and go, something's up, and in a trauma sense. So we get this big loud. Obviously, this is not his normal. This is the face he gives to the world.
As many of you know, the years in the making trial between Justin Baldoni.
Also, as you're watching him, he's watching himself. So he definitely has a lot of mirroring. And it is a cliche, but I will tell you this. This is the old version of a narcissist. And I mean like the old definition. You know, when they're looking themselves in the mirror and they're turning their heads looking for the best angle. They only show the part that looks to them the best. And that's what I mean by the old. Now they some evil MFers out there. They just evil.
And what's her face did not go to trial. At the last minute, both sides agreed to a settlement. However, the non-attendee...
So as you watch this too, you're starting to notice that there is a lot of cuts. So now that we've gotten over the hugeness of how much he's portraying his happiness, he's watching himself in that, I'm going to assume it's a phone. He's very much aware of what he looks like, how he looks. He's very centered on that. Me. It's not about his audience. It's not about what the audience wants. It's about what gives me the most attention. And how do I look doing it? I guess technically some of that is what the audience wants. But now this is the one right before the turkey incident. This video is literally right before carving day. And that's what we'll call it, carving day.
This is a difficult video to make, and I'm going to do my best to work through it in real time with you. Hello, my friend. It is Perez.
Hello, my friend. You just saw the video of hello, my friend, and how big that got. And now we're into this moment of hello, my friend, because this is his standard intro, which generally means it doesn't change. This is the intro. This is how I behave. This is what I portray. And this is what it looks like. But that happy excitement, the lift in the face, the centeredness, isn't there this time. It's different. All of a sudden we have a change. We have no idea what has happened. It's not like he's going to tell you any of the bad in his life. That does not fit with the personality.
As the queen of all media, the original influencer, and Ariana Grande has dropped out of a Sondheim musical that she was supposed to star in next summer.
You also notice with this, even though we have the believe me look, we do not have big eyes. They're not big because he doesn't even have the energy to open them that big. It's like depression or something was already hitting at that moment. The mouth isn't smiling like it was. Because if you noticed from all of his other videos, he'll smile. He smiles at inappropriate times anyways because he's looking for attention and he likes the way he looks. But he was already depressed. Pretty much the signs were there days before he decided to carve himself up like a Christmas turkey. And you have no idea why, and neither do I.
There's much more to this, though. Ari just released her new album, which I really like. Have you checked it out? She also released...
So we have that moment, which I really like. Have you checked it out? You couldn't even get the full portrayal of happiness that he got from other videos onto this one. Yes, he was already showing signs that something was very wrong in life. And again, we don't know what it is. I went and looked at his other channel, which we will not be putting any of those videos on because they're his children. And it just goes into more of why that personality, there's something wrong with it. One of the character flaws that I saw repeatedly is giving attention to the child that gave him the most praise and compliments. So then the children themselves are competing on who could sit there and say how young daddy is, how good daddy looks, how great daddy is, because they want the attention, which is a giant no-no if you're an actual caring parent. Remember, ring the bell. May the Lord bless you and keep you. In Jesus' name.